Your environment is making decisions for you before you even realize there's a choice to make. Season 2, Episode 4. And today, we're exposing the architecture of addiction. The supermarkets, the screens, the caffeine, the sugar. Every system you interact with has been engineered to extract from you, not serve your performance. Abraham is breaking down the invisible design that's farming your attention, your energy, and your recovery. The psychology, the behavioral science, the way out.
You think you're making choices, but you're not. You're navigating architecture, and that architecture was designed by people who understand your nervous system better than you do. This is the Unbroken Protocol, and I'm Abraham. And today, we're talking about environmental determinism. The world around you has been engineered to extract your attention, your money, and your performance. Athletes obsess over marginal gains, 1% improvements, but they're training inside environments designed to guarantee their failure. Let's talk about what you're actually up against. There's a principle in behavioral design. You don't decide if you'll do something. You decide when you bought the thing or when you set up the environment. If there's chocolate in your house, the decision to eat the chocolate was made at the supermarket. Everything after is just delayed execution. It's not about willpower. It's about proximity and friction. The easier something is to access, the more likely you are to do it. That's not a moral failing. That's just how human behavior works. Now apply that to your athletic life. The caffeine in your cupboard. The decision to take pre-workout was made when you stocked it. The phone charging in your nightstand, the decision to scroll before bed, destroying your sleep architecture, tanking your recovery, was made when you put it there. The crisp, the wine rack, the Netflix queue, these aren't natural objects. They're preloaded decisions, waiting to execute. But here's the part most miss. None of this is accidental. The chocolate isn't randomly in your house. It was engineered to be there. The packaging, the placement in the supermarket at eye level or near the checkout, the sharing size that's actually just one sitting, the way the branding triggers reward, all of that is deliberate. You think you're weak, but you're not. You're just up against $1 billion behavioral science. If you want to perform, you need to understand this isn't a you problem. It's a design problem. And the first step is making the invisible visible. You know why IKEA makes you walk through the entire store before they offer you food? It's not convenient for them. It costs them money to design those serpentine pathways. And they do it anyways, because by the time you reach the restaurant, you're depleted. Decision fatigue has set in. You've been making micro decisions for 45 minutes. This lamp or that chair, this color, that color. Your prefrontal cortex is exhausted. And now you're hungry. And now you're tired. And now you're standing in front of the meatballs and cinnamon buns, and your executive function is compromised. They engineered your depletion. Then they offered you the solution. This is the same reason supermarkets put sweets at children's eye level. The same reason they play slow music and use warm lighting. The same reason click-through marketing works. Environmental design isn't natural. It's predatory. And here's the thing. McDonald's understood this before anyone. Every McDonald's looks the same. Same colors, same layout, same music. But why? Because familiarity bypasses decision-making. Your brain recognizes the pattern, drops into autopilot, and you're ordering before you've even thought about what you want. They've built a neural shortcut directly into your basal ganglia. They've made the environment feel like home, safe, and familiar. Trusted, so you stop evaluating and start consuming. This is the world you're training in. And if you think this doesn't apply to you because you're disciplined, you're exactly who this works best on. Let's be direct about what is happening here. You're not addicted to social media. You're addicted to the dopamine spike social media engineers into your nervous system. The infinite scroll, the variable reward schedule, the notifications timed to keep you coming back. You're not choosing caffeine because you love the taste. You're dependent on it because the crash creates the need for the next hit. The supplement industry isn't selling you energy. They're sending you a loan on your adrenal system. And the interest rate is your long-term health. Sugar? It's the same thing. It's not food. It's a drug delivery mechanism warped in nostalgia and convenience. And all of it, I mean all of it, is designed to keep you in a state of perpetual deficit. Tired, so you need caffeine. Overstimulated, so you need sugar to regulate. Depleted, so you need content to fill the void. Anxious, so you need distraction. The environment isn't natural. It's farming you. And the athletes are walking around wondering why they can't recover. Why they're burnt out at 30. Why their sleep is terrible. Why they can't even focus. Because you're trying to perform inside an extraction machine. The supermarkets, the apps, the supplement companies, the food manufacturers, they've all hired the same behavioral psychologist. They've all read the same research. They know that environment shapes behavior more than intentions ever will. And they've designed everything. The colors, the sounds, the placements, the packaging to override your conscious decision making. You can't out-discipline an engineered environment. You can only become aware of it and then redesign it. So what do? First, you stop blaming yourself. This isn't about willpower. You're not failing, you're responding exactly as designed. Second, all that your environment is trying to kill you, because it is. What's in your cupboards? What's on your phone's home screen? What's on your nightstand? Who's in your group chat? What's playing in your headphones? Every single one of these is an input, and inputs determine outputs. The principle works because removal is easier than resistance. You don't need discipline if the chocolate isn't there. You don't need to resist Instagram if it's deleted. You don't need willpower to avoid caffeine dependence if you never start the cycle. But here's the deeper piece. The reason you haven't removed these things is because you've been conditioned to believe that access equals freedom. I could have chocolate. I just choose not to. I could scroll. I just have discipline. Bullshit. That's the voice of the system. That's the architecture talking. Real freedom is designing an environment where the decision is already made, where the default supports your performance, not your depletion. Look, I'm not saying live like a monk. I'm saying understand what you're up against. The supermarket is designed to make you buy. Social media is designed to make you stay. Caffeine is designed to make you dependent. Sugar is designed to make you crave. Every system you interact with has been optimized for extraction, not for your performance. So the question isn't, am I disciplined enough? The question is, am I aware enough to redesign my environment so discipline isn't required? Because athletes who understand this don't just train harder, they train smarter. They remove friction from the behaviors that serve them. And they add friction to the behaviors that drain them. You're not weak, you're not undisciplined, you're just operating inside someone else's architecture. So build your own. This is the Unbroken Protocol. I'm Abraham, and thanks for listening.